My Instagram account, I have like 20,000 followers for my art stuff. All the paintings, they're actually mine. I used to sell them for like thousands of dollars. You know, related to the dream living, right? We have to lead by example. Where was I going with this? What does that have to do with anything? YouTuber thing, yeah. I didn't really care about the followers or anything, but it's now about sharing this mission of like a different way to do school. Instead of the traditional model, people need to know that the learner-driven model exists. And what better way to do that than social media? Like now we have a purpose behind it. Now I care enough to share, right? It's not about getting attention. It's about sharing this work, right? Like families want this kind of work where learners are driving their educational, their educational experience. So y'all can live your dreams and live your best life. All right, this is our schedule from Q1, and then we had everyone tape a new one into their back of their planner. And this is like a generic one right now, but we made academics a little bit longer and just shortened coaching because we can still do everything. But this is what the schedule looks like right now, guys. It looks, and then Miss Allie, can you zoom in on the schedule right here? So what do you notice? Any weird stuff? What's the weirdest stuff that you notice? Most unique?
Coaching?
Yeah, coaching.
Lunch and independent time.
Lunch and independent time. What else?
The
Gratitude. Like
Mondays are off?
Gratitude Mondays are off.
What's X Block?
Did you hear what Dad said?
Did you hear?
Off every Monday.
You're off every Monday?
There's no Monday.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Becky.
And you guys noticed a lot of different things. So let me walk through those and why we did those. So we believe that life's about, freedom and living your dreams and all that stuff, right? So, and there's studies out there that show that you don't have to go to school 5 days a week for like 10 hours a day, right? Actually, I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a thing. It's not necessary anymore. So we took off Monday. So when I was a teacher, I just didn't really like them very much. I don't know, you guys agree? I like using Mondays to plan out my whole week, and I'll take care of things like chores and other work stuff, right? So same thing for you guys. You could use your Monday to plan it out, or maybe the family can take a 3-day vacation if you need to or want to. And if you want to graduate early, you can spend the whole Monday working. No interruptions, no one telling you anything. You don't have to talk to anyone, just grind on math for like 8 hours. You can get a lot done. So that's Monday. And then, you saw gratitude. I think our mindset's a big thing. This is and then, all right, so more about me, because I'm super cool. But, so when I was doing teaching, because I went from rocket science, like a lot of money, right, to teaching, which is like no money, right? And I wasn't about to settle, so I looked up on YouTube and the internet how to do this passive income stuff. Have you seen the passive income stuff on YouTube? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually went and did it, because I could do rocket science, I could probably do this, right? So I purchased some courses, like some online. I spent like $5,000 on an Amazon course, right? Mm-hmm. Another couple of $1,000s on Instagram growth and digital marketing, all that stuff. I did it. I had some 5-figure months. Some months I have revenues of like $15,000 in a month. In a month, that's crazy. And then, kids for Yeah, the money, right? The money and the businesses. Like I was meeting people who were the same age as me, who would make my teacher salary, which is usually I make like $40,000 a year, right? They would do that in a month, and then spend less time working than me, and then they'd be in like Japan or something while I'm teaching. It's like, how are they doing that? So it was cool. It was just cool to see something different in real life, and then a part of it, like what entrepreneurship and business really is about like personal development and growing yourself as a person. There's a quote that says your personal revenue is tied to your personal growth. Mm-hmm. So part of it is a gratitude exercise. That's something that I saw like nearly all entrepreneurs doing, is taking care of their mindset first thing in the morning. So all of our kids write down 10 things that they're grateful for before they come in the door or at the door. And they do that every day. And it's just, when I was a teacher and I did this practice, it just made a big difference in how I noticed my day went. Like I had more patience to handle the students and their questions, and things would just go a lot better. It was kind of magical, truly.
Yeah, this mindset.
Yeah, the school does have a hint of magic, but part of it too is planning it. So using the planner to figure out what you got to do during the day, because you're the boss now. You got to boss yourself around, right? Yeah, so that's like the morning. Then we have about 2 hours for a STEM and humanities block. We do, coaching is where we do our life and purpose curriculum, which I'll show you a little bit of. And you had a question, I think Mikey Robbie, you had a question about X block, right?
Yeah, X block.
X block is like a flex block. So sometimes if a coaching assignment goes over, like you're writing out your dream vision, like what you want your life to look like when you're 50 years old, it might go longer and we take that time in X block to do. Or sometimes students might work to get caught up on math in X block. Usually math
So
is what we
it's
push.
kinda like you can do like win time, what you need.
Yeah, not necessarily, it's more structured. You have a couple of options to pick from, but you do get to choose, yeah. Which is nice, because it's all about that flexibility. Everyone needs something different. We have an hour for lunch, and let's go to the kitchen.
Dang, an hour for lunch? 25 minutes.
Yeah, sucks to be over there. Just kidding. I need to go get the keys real quick. I think it's locked like it should be.
I never like it at the door where it says "Si se puede." And
Yeah.
I like that there's like a
I-
kid room where you can. Yeah, it's cool.
Love it. That
I
Si
love
Se Puede
baking.
sign is in my classroom the first year I was teaching. My mom made it for me, and it's still there. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, do you guys have a gym?
Nope. But we're working on something like that. How's it going, Jacob?
The Vita Cafe.
The Vita Cafe. And then yeah, this is our it's shared break room with the church. What's cool about this place and how we use it, though, is that every lunch we have a team of 4 or 5 students who cook lunch for the school with the supervision of an adult who's just kind of guiding things along. But you can see, yeah, I don't know, there's processes here. There's students who are checking off like the temperatures for the fridges so we're compliant with St. Mary's. We have a partnership with St. Mary's Food Bank, which is how we get the food every week to cook. These cute electric burners. Actually installed electrical so we could handle this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at lunchtime you'll see a student walk around with this clipboard right here, and like we're having chicken wings and mashed potatoes. Mikey, you want food?
Yeah.
AD, you want food? So you'll see a student walk around while other students are working because it's their lunch week. Yeah, it's a cool process, and I mean, like spiritually and like culturally, students take ownership and take pride around what they're cooking because food is such a central thing and it's a practical life skill, right? I don't think I learned how to cook until.
Is the lecture room like there but outside too?
What was that?
Is that, can you sit out there too?
Yeah, we can go out there. Great question.
The other sitting area out there?
Yeah, way to notice. I usually forget to point them out, so thank you. Yeah, again, not perfect, a little dusty even,
Very nice.
but lots of potential.
Right?
Oh, I forgot to say, you know those string lights in the front? Those are all like parent done, like my mom, other moms doing it together, so it's really like a family school, right?
Come on, make some carne asada.
Exactly. Exacto. Yeah, we had a little grill. We did burgers one time, but carne asada would be fantastic. Some pastor. There's some hockey sticks. You see those? A lot of fun Easter eggs. All right, back on out.
I like your school. It's so aesthetic.
Thanks. Yeah. It's a little different. All right, thank you.
Yeah. See you guys.
This here is like an invisible wall for the church offices, so we usually
Oh, yeah, this side.
we usually don't go past there.
I like that right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Wash dishes, forget your laptop chargers.
That's right. This is a new thing that we're rolling out this quarter. These are student apprenticeships, kind of like student jobs. So there's one for social media manager, recruitment representative, student school leader, a fund committee, maintenance manager, like helping ensure the school stays clean, and then making sure that all the laptops are working for the kids. So,
This is for responsibilities for the school. You're making these like positions. Oh, that's good.
yep. And then if they do a good job and fill out their weekly thing, they'll be paid through an excellence award they can earn of $50 currently.
Really?
For a quarter?
Yeah.
Is that attractive to you guys? You want to earn $50 doing this for a quarter? All right, cool, good. All right.
How many quarters do you have?
4 quarters in a year, just like 4 quarters in a dollar.
Okay.
Like quad is 4.
Cause like kind of with like No Monday, I would think like maybe different too with the quarters maybe.
That means,
Yeah, it does make them
Maybe that's
shorter.
why he.
that means they would get.
Oh, we should probably go here too while we're here.
That means they
Oh,
would
and
get.
then let me grab the schedule. All over the place.
That means they would get $200 each semester.
If
Each year.
if you're picked every
you're
quarter.
picked. Oh.
But we want to rotate out, right, so that everyone has some time. All right, so this is our humanities room. We call it the think tank,
Think tank. Okay.
but this is where humanity, English and social studies usually takes place in here. And in English, we do lots of Socratic discussions. Anybody know what those are? Socratic discussions?
Like Socratic seminars or
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You sit in a circle, you talk about a cool question that challenges your brain, right? And you debate with people.
Okay.
So this is a good spot for that. I don't know, computer chairs are nice. And then there's a lot of independent work stuff that happens here too. A lot of the coursework, right, is moving towards AI, topic-based mastery, computer-style stuff. So we do a mix of that as well as projects too. And then we have some neat books and more books to come too.
I like that there's no smart board. It's like a little like.
I think we might get something later. Technology is cool. I'm not a big fan of smart boards either, but I think there's cooler stuff. But these are some of the books that we read. Like for English, anybody read this before or know this? This book could change your life, guys. This is my favorite book ever. Humanity. You should all know about Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the premise of this book is that back in the day, Mr. Carnegie, he was the richest man in the world. He was in charge of all the steel corporations. He actually got all the steel companies together and put them in,
Basically like a monopoly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. If not exactly, that's what it is. Richest person in the world, and he was an immigrant. That means he came from, I think, like Eastern Europe or something. And he's like wondering, why aren't my other immigrant people stupidly rich like me, right? So he commissioned Napoleon Hill. There's actually a cool story about it, but the short story is that he commissioned Napoleon Hill to go find all the richest people in the world and go learn what they had in common. And he came up with 13 principles. They're principles, not even like strategies. They're timeless principles that if anyone uses can achieve whatever it is that they want. And it says think and grow rich. But rich is not necessarily money, right? It could be anything that you want. Your dreams, right? So this is kind of the starting point. It's like power of thought. It's desire is the first one. Wanting it bad enough. Like what do you want the most? But that's one of the books that we kind of digest. There's lots of like great stories about perseverance. Did you know, actually one of my favorite stories, it's called 3 Feet from Gold. Like during the gold rush, there was a guy who purchased a plot of land and, went digging for gold and he literally stopped 3 feet away. But it was the person after him, he was able to find the gold because he contacted an expert on like a land expert to figure out like where they needed to dig exactly. So he found the right expert and then he picked it up and found the gold, whereas the other person gave up. He was trying super hard, right? He was working super hard, but he was missing the specialized knowledge. And there's a lot of great stories about that. There's another story where a company raised $3 million in 3 days for fundraising, right? Because of the power of their intention.
Dedication.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of magic work. But that is, if you have to read one book ever, this is the one. And they've since converted this to match different cultures, like Latinx. I don't think Chinese is one, but of my flavor, and all the different ones that show that this is timeless. So, yeah, we're gonna make that a norm in the country. This is another one too. This is a kid's book. It says how to turn $100 to $1 million, and it gives like actual good practical strategy. I've read this. It's like, dang, I've done this. These have worked for me, and this is so easy to read. Like there's pictures and everything. So books like this, just different than your normal everyday stuff. And we also do read you know, some classic English texts and do the Socratic discussions. But we lean into like modern day stuff and tech and using AI as well. You guys know what ChatGPT is? Yeah.
Yeah.
We play with that here. Yeah, I think it's a huge. It's gonna like it could 10x your productivity if you use it well, and that's what the future needs. So, yep, all the paintings, also mine. But the back three are actually copies. I don't know. Since we're just having fun on this tour, you can tell if it's real or not by looking at the texture. You can see like the bumps on it with the light. So those are real and those don't have texture. So you can go look for fun if you want. Art gallery / school. All right. So that's any questions about humanities? All right. There's the other outside area. If you'd like, you can go check it out. It looks the same through the window though. And then this is another conference room. This is where we might have additional Socratic discussions.
Okay.
And we also keep our laptops there. That's kind of it.
That's it. I like your goals right there.
Thank you. Our what?
Your dream goals.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Stand goals.
So during our coaching blocks, we'll break out into our smaller cohorts. Every staff member effectively has like 8 to 16 kids that they work with. So usually my group will be in here, and every quarter we create our dream goals, things you want to have, be, do, as well as academic goals. And yeah, and we'll see them over here. There's so much to show.
Oh, yeah, they tractor stuff.
We're working on it, all right? This is a new initiative this quarter. I don't think we're doing it perfectly, but it's better than not having anything. There's a lot of room for improvement here. We do apprenticeships. We talked about that, right? So this is like students who are researching, students who have drafted emails, phone pitch. There's a whole process, you know, to get it. So it's like climbing a mountain.
That's what we need. Can we come here?
Yeah. Actually, I think we'll have something available for parents. Like we certainly get questions all the time. And if you have access to the curriculum, you can do it with your kids even better at home. So it's, you know, another one of the things on my big list, right? These are student portfolios, and can everyone see these? This one at least, or one of these?
Yeah.
Need a bigger school. Who put this couch here? So one of the first exercises for our dream achievement stuff is our identity map. So students write out all the things that they're interested in, right? And these kind of can change later. And they're like behind here. But after they set these identity maps, then we set dream goals, do the agreements from last quarter. They have an accountability partner, and then we work to make them happen. We're towards the end of our day, and these kids are grabbing stuff from the cubbies. Let's check out this place real quick. Hello. Yeah. This is our multi-purpose room. This is where we usually do science and math. Mrs. Z is our STEM teacher, and usually we'll do the whole group lecture style life skills stuff here, or any guest speakers, they'll be here. What's crazy? All these tables have wheels, and because we share space with the church, all the tables get moved to the corner every Friday, so it looks like this, which is kind of a cool invention, you know,
Yeah.
to make this multi-purpose space work.
Yeah.
I have like little dots to show. Anyways, it's nerdy stuff, nerdy business stuff. All right, and then let's go to the backyard. There's restrooms right here. And then this is like the last part. So this is like a big church parking lot. You can see there's some basketball hoops over there. And then this door auto locks.
Okay.
And then the school bus. The school bus, I'm converting to an RV. And then we're gonna travel the country, like sharing this work and interviewing schools and doing tours and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It'll be a cool thing. Also, so I can be a snowbird and escape the summers.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you guys, when do you end your days?
3. Do you want to see?
What time is it?
Here. Right now it's like 2:45, I think.
So let me ask you this. So academically, I saw English 101. Is that like a college course? you guys
Yeah,
do?
that is. Yeah, we're partnered with Arizona State University, and they have these universal learner courses. They're online courses available to high school students. Another cool thing about me, I was a professor at ASU, and I taught some of these classes for math. So MAT 117 is our college algebra class that covers 3 years of math for 1 semester. The students have a year long to get the course done. The fastest I had one get one done, she finished it in a month, a college course in a month because of the pretest rate. But yeah, 3 years of math in one is like a shortcut we found. And then English 101 is another required class for everybody too. And there's more. We have another student who's starting calculus right now because they're done already. So
That's what I
yeah,
was asking. So like you said, it's a learner school.
Yeah.
So say like the kids are really fast at learning math and stuff like that, and they want to get to the calc or, you know what I'm saying? Because
yes, it's possible. They can work. So some of the ASU courses are completely self-paced and some are not. We like the ones that are self-paced, and that's what we put everyone on, right? For that exact reason. And then, yeah, just like that student who finished early, now they're working on the calculus course, which is instructor-paced, because they're ready for that now, right? I wanted to show you the front page of our planner. This has our graduation map, mom, dad, and all the kids. I wasn't shown this in high school. Like, I didn't know what classes I needed until I graduated. So we show you this so you can plan and figure it out yourselves, right? And then you can plug and choose your courses.
how about your SAT and ACT scores? How are your students performing?
We had a 40% increase in our first year from when, like, pre and a post test. And also, fun fact, parents, like, as I was doing the school building, SAT and ACTs apparently don't matter anymore. Yeah, like, Harvard doesn't care anymore. And it's, I don't know, times are changing. It's interesting. We do practice with it. We do have curriculum here. But everyone's just so, I don't know, at different levels. We have, like, high achieving and then credit recovery students, et cetera. And two, this COVID gap is a thing.
So do they have like structured classes like regular school, or since it's like paced by their whatever they're learning, how does that work?
Yeah, well, let's go to a cooler part. I'm sweating too. And just what's going on right now is the last part is that students are cleaning up the school. They have, you can see the job board over there, and everyone has, there's a team. And then at the end of the day, we'll do shout outs in here, which we'll get to see. But I think we're safe-ish here. All right, how do classes work, right? In a nutshell, I think it's a common, for just academics, we already talked about the life stuff, so for academics, it's a mix of projects and computer stuff. So, you know, computer work, all the same, but the projects, they're, like we do a kickoff, maybe like two projects per quarter for like STEM and humanities. And that's where like the togetherness and the Socratic discussions happen, where there's like collaboration. Yep. Yes. And I think we certainly have some improvement for science and how we do that better. Like we have, you know, great intentions to like build trebuchets and launch them in the backyard, right? Like catapults and stuff, right? And do design stuff, and it will happen. Yeah, any other questions?
How many kids in your school do you have?
We have 50 on the roster, maybe like 48, because some of them are online and older. Some of them are working 2 or 1 job right now. So in the building, about 32.
That's so rude. You're such a bad friend.
Yeah, like EVITs or...
Do you guys have recess?
So fun fact, high school deletes recess. Sorry to break it to you, but you get that hour-long lunch, so that's basically recess. And you get a 10-minute break here, a brain break between the classes.
What time do you guys start school?
8. Wait. 8.
We'll edit this out.
Yeah. Right. Founders don't know when school starts. Now you can get here as early as 7:30, but then our first academic block starts at 8. So if you get here early, then you're doing your gratitude, you're planning your day, you're kind of like starting your day off for success from 7:30 to 8. And then we get going from like 8 to 3. Other questions?
You got any questions, Dex?
All right, let's go take a look at the cleaning jobs. You guys want any water?
Okay, and you want water?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can take a look. I want you guys to take a look at the cleaning job and just see what happens there. And then too, these are some of our favorite signages too. Like this has the Think and Grow Rich principles, and some other quotes have some great nuggets. What am I getting? Oh yeah, water. I think Z asked everyone to go to LMPR. Did you hear? Water.
Thank you.
Anybody?
You want one? I'll take one. You want one, Mijo? No, you're good.
I already got them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Allie? All right. And I should also take care of myself. Oh yeah, this is how we were doing our yearbooks. Is an art print that you can frame instead of keeping a dusty book. We did prom last year for the first time. That was fun.
Where'd you have it?
At a gym with a school that we're partnered with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice is about mentorship. So you have mentorships around different careers, different people you guys bring in.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Yeah, it's all on the like our Google Calendar. We have a list of speakers.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Do you guys have specials like PE, music?
That's kind of how we do our purpose and coaching. Like we help you find partnerships in the community to do it.
Field trips. Yeah, I like you have field trips like once a month. That's,
Bringing it back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Used to not be that frequent, but like I said, it's getting better every year.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a
Because I know like she gets bored at school sometimes.
Yeah, everyone
I
gets
get really
bored.
good.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I leave here most of the day.
So he's like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's about engaging with the community. There's just so much cool stuff out in the world, you know? Let's go look at that
I have a
stuff.
question. Is
Yeah.
this a class pet?
Yeah, we had a guinea pig in our first 2 years. We had a naming contest and we named it Boba. Yeah. And then one of our student families, they took it home.
Right.
It's just too much to manage at school, it seemed. Talked about having a cat here. So you want the tortoise,
What about a
maybe a farm school.
dog?
We want a number of these schools, not just one. So these could all totally happen. You can help us open a farm school, guys. All right, any other questions? We can check out the shout outs real quick. Do you guys want to see shout outs? Or, okay,
Definitely see shout-outs.
all right.
Definitely see. Hey, I remember you.
Shout outs are pretty cool. It seems so. Here, come on over here.
Make room, make room.
Come on, Mom, Dad.
Join us.
Or maybe we should stand by the door in case we want to dip.
We technically do have 2 more minutes though until we get started.
Real quick, what's going on here is that students and everyone shouts someone else or themselves out. Like shout out to myself for giving you guys a tour. Shout out for you guys for coming. Shout out to Ms. Z for being awesome, for doing math. But usually they get more specific. So if you want to participate and like give a shout out to yourself or someone else, like me, you could think of one. You could also say no, and that's okay.
What grade are y'all in?
4th,
Fifth.
8th grade. 3rd.
Awesome. Well,
And
welcome,
then he's in
guys.
eighth grade.
Eighth grade. Okay. Well, welcome. Super happy to have you guys here. Like I said, we usually get started right at around 2:55. So we're ready to kind of hang out for another minute or so, and then we'll get started on shout outs. This is the quietest we've ever been.
Yeah. We had like 8 kids go early today.
Yeah, I know.
We're missing half of the squad. That's all right.
Those
Ah.
signs up there that says I am those my
What?
teacher that I used to have.
Oh.
Those this is
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Some of the teachers have those. Yeah.
Nice. We stole from them.
Kitchen crew's on their way, but we're ready to begin if you guys are.
We're ready.
We have no John today, so we need a new volunteer to go first.
Oh, John left too.
I saw Nathan's hand first, and then my peripheral
Thanks.
sub. So we're gonna start here, and then I'm gonna get you tomorrow.